This is the 6.5 guided practice, and it's going to be about frequency tables. So it's pretty short, so I'm just going to do all of them. So the first one is to complete the following chart. So we have this chart here, students and adults, and then remember this is a total, and then this right here is a total. So that's how we have like some of our clues. So we would have our first, like, I guess you could say clue. What we could do is the 0.51 plus the 0.27 would give you your total right there. So if I do 0.25, so that'd be 0.76, I believe. Oh, sorry, 78. So 0.78. And then I know that if I take the total of 0.70 and I minus the 0.51 of the students, so 0.70 minus 0.51 is going to be 0.49, or sorry, 0.70 minus 0.51 is going to give you 0.19. No, that's not right. Hold on, my calculator's doing something weird. It's in a different mode. That's not correct. No, it is 0.19, so it'd be 0.19. Then you might think that you are stuck here because you have this box and this box, and you don't know like what to put in them. But I can do the total here. So I have this number and I have the total, so I can do the same thing where I would do 1 minus the 0.78, which would be 0.22. So then I know the students plus the adults in the no category is going to have to equal 0.22. So I would just do 0.22 minus 0.19 is 0.03. And then what should happen is I still have to finish out this last box here. So if I do 0.27 plus 0.03, that will give me 0.30. And you can check your answer by just adding the totals. So does 0.70 plus 0.30 equal 1? That's true. And then does 0.78 plus 0.22 equal 1? And that's true. So we've correctly answered those. So after all my little markings, it should look like that. All right, so moving on to the next one. You go to a dance and help clean up afterwards to help you collect soda cans. So there's Coca-Cola and Sprite, and you organize them somewhere on the table and somewhere in the garbage. So we have two areas there. So we can just start making our table right away. And since it's a two-way frequency table, it's going to look a lot like this. So you can just start with your one section there, and then one section on the top, and those are for your labeling. And then we have to do soda cans, so we'll do soda on the left, and on the top, on the top, I guess you could say we'll do, location. All right, so for the soda, I know that there are two kinds. So what I'm going to do is, this is nothing right here. This is your empty free space, like they say in bingo. But we have Coke, and we have Sprite, and then this last one's going to be our total. Then we also have two locations, so I'm just going to do two locations here. And I'm going to have that they were on the table, and then the garbage, and then also I'll have my total right here. So then we just go to what's in the problem. So 72 total cans were found. So if you look total, 72 will be in your bottom right, and that's both Coke and Sprite. 42 total cans were found in the garbage. So if I go to the garbage, total will be 42. And 50 total cans were Coca-Cola. So 50 cans were Coke. 14 Sprite cans were found on the table. And then from here, we just need to figure out the rest. So I'll do that in a different color. We'll go with blue. So you got to look for where you have two numbers of something. So I know that I have a total right here of 72, and 50 of those were Coke cans. So I'm just going to do 72 minus 50, and that's going to give me 22. And then I have two numbers with the garbage and the total. So 72 minus 42 is going to be 30. So now I can, it's kind of like a puzzle that you have to keep following. So I know I have 14 Sprite on the table, and there's a total of 30. So that would mean there would have to be 16. And that's just 30 minus 14. And then, from here, what I would do is, I know there's 50 total Coke cans, so 50 minus 16 is 34. And then the same thing with the Sprite, so 22 minus 14 is going to be 8. So you can check that by doing 34 plus 8. Does that equal 42? Yes, you're good to go. And then 16 plus 14 is 30. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm adding down for all of them, and then I'm going to add across for all of them and make sure that the totals are correct. And the totals are all correct. Everything seems to fit. 30 plus 42 is 72. So that looks good. All right, Mr. Smith keeps track of his homework about complete. Students' homework's complete. Sorry, I can't see that. I got something in my way here. Completion. He keeps track of how many boys and girls do not complete their homework. He puts students who don't complete the homework into two categories: first-time offenders and repeat offenders. He uses the table to keep track of the results. So now we got to put in some information. So in 1 month, 36 girls and 12 boys did not do their homework for the first time, so I can put that there, right in there. So there's 36 girls and 12 boys, and that's for the first time. 12 girls and 30 boys did not do their homework again. So 12 girls and then 30 boys did not do their homework again. So we put these figures in the table like so. So A is done. How many students did not complete all their homework assignments this month? So, sorry. So what I do is I would just add across, right, to find my total. So that would give me 42 here. And then 36 plus 12 is going to be 48. So then I believe we would just add these two to find our total. So 48 plus 42 is going to be 90. What percentage of students who did not complete their homework were boys who were first-time offenders? So I can find my total of repeat offenders by just adding these. And then 36 plus 12 is going to be 48. So out of the 48, so what you need to do here is you need to make a percentage. So you go to the first-time offenders, and then from there you would, you know that the total is 48, and the boys were 12, so you do 12 divided by 48. When we do that, we get a decimal of 0.25. To make that a percentage, we move it over 2 spots, and you get 25%. And then it says, are boys or girls more likely to not complete their homework? Explain your reasoning. So what we can do here is, I would probably just look at the total here. and it looks like the girls have a higher total, but you could get into more of it, more in depth. So you could say something like, girls are more likely to be first-time offenders, and boys are more likely to be repeat offenders. But then if you had to come down to a specific number here on the total, it would be 48. So I would write something like, girls are slightly more likely to not complete their homework. All right. Large group of people was surveyed about their favorite movie genre. The participants had to give their age and choose their favorite genre from action, comedy, and horror. So this one looks pretty easy because all you have to do is add up the totals. So this is more a three-way, 2 by 3, I guess you could say. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is 3 by 3. So this is a three-way frequency table. So we just need to add. So I'm going to add all the action down and put it in the total. So 238 plus 350 plus 320 would be 908. Go to comedy 450 plus 472 plus 490. It's going to be 1,412. And then 312 plus 178 plus 190, it's going to be 680. So then when we add 680 plus 1,412 plus 908, we should get 3,000. That looks like we got 3,002. So if you look at this is incorrect because when you add these three together, it's 3,000. So somewhere we made a mistake. So let me look at these real quick, see where I made an error. So I just added everything else up, and I guess it was just something that I did on my own. So when you add these three together, you will get 3,000. And again, that's how you check it, by adding this other total needs to match this total added up. So the question says, the company that sells a product designed for young adults is looking to advertise before the movie of one of the genres. Which genre should they choose? Explain your reasoning. So they're looking for young adults. So obviously young adults are probably going to be in the 18 to 25 category. Which one should they choose? I probably would say comedy, because there are much more young adults interested in comedies than action or horror movies. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually even go into the 25 to 39-year-old, 25 to 49, because that still is considered a younger adult, but even so, that's still the highest number. So if you wanted to, you could add that as well. All right, that's all the homework. So again, as always, if you have questions, email me or stop in. All right, have a good day.